The topic I want to address is how modern relationships are, in practice, a form of extortion. This becomes even more evident the moment a couple decides to live together, especially in the case of marriage and common law unions. It's like in old mafia movies. A guy has his little shop in the neighborhood, and suddenly some thugs show up with baseball bats and say, "Nice shop you got here, it'd be a shame if something happened to it." They start smashing the shelves until the owner gives in and agrees to pay the weekly protection fee. The modern relationship is just that. It's been more than proven that, in a common law union or marriage, a man has no rights. Even the children become the property of the woman. It's easy to conclude that the modern relationship is an extortion scheme to force a man to accept a distorted role. A man enters a relationship expecting to have a partner and build a life, but he ends up facing a situation of imminent loss. He pays at the entrance, by taking on commitments like buying a house and a car, and if the relationship ends, he pays on the way out. The woman can take him to court to claim what she thinks she deserves. It's so absurd because, why did this happen? They made divorce flexible, decriminalized adultery, and you can be sure that this initiative did not come from men. As a result, a man loses security and stability in the relationship. A woman does too, but she benefits at the end, no matter who made a mistake. She is entitled to half of the man's property, while the children, the most important part, are her exclusive property. It's a sick, total failure of the relationship dynamic. The role of the shit test. A shit test is when a woman performs a test of dominance. To pass, a man needs to maintain his boundaries and say no. A woman wants a man not to bow down to her, because that makes her feel secure. This way, the relationship develops healthily, with the woman conforming to the man, and not the other way around. When a man conforms to a woman, the relationship doesn't work, because a woman doesn't want to be responsible for another human being. Responsibility is their kryptonite. They want someone else to be responsible for them and take care of them. That's why the extortion of the modern relationship is so imbecilic. It's not good for the man, nor for the woman, and in the end, it's not even something she truly wants. Back in the day, when adultery was punishable and divorce was hard to get, a man had security. Children were also a father's right. When a woman performed a shit test, he could say no, with confidence. She might get upset for a while, but she would eventually give in, because her instincts signaled that he was a man of value. This way, the man could be dominant and maintain a healthy dynamic. The current trap. Today, with divorce and adultery being liberalized, a man can no longer say no. It's a no-win situation. If he gives in, his self-esteem and the woman's respect for him drop, leading to infidelity or a dead marriage, where he becomes a slave. Want an example? Polyamory in open relationships, where the man lowers himself to accept absurd situations, such as his partner getting pregnant by another man. If he maintains his boundaries and says no, she can simply go on a sex strike, look for someone else, cheat, or, in an extreme case, file for divorce, taking the house and the children and turning him into a financial slave. He'll have to pay the price of the pussy syndicate. There's no way to win. If a man says yes, he loses. If he says no, he also loses. The only way to win is not to enter the game, not to live together, not to have a common law union or get married. For now, the only way to be free is to maintain the status of a boyfriend, living in separate homes. It's like Charlie Sheen said about prostitutes. You don't pay to have sex with them, you pay for them to leave after you've had sex with them. In a modern relationship, you pay to get rid of the woman. The only way to be free is not to fall for the scam of marriage and common law unions. Well, if you've made it this far, congratulations. Consider purchasing my e-book, Guide to Dismantling and Neutralizing Female Ploys in Love, a true manual for the modern high-value man. Peace. See you in the next video. Onward, warriors.